Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Regice. Regice is a really interesting Pokemon. It has absolutely huge special defense at base 200, a very good special attack at base 100, pretty good defense at base 100 also, and also base 80 in its HP. It is let down a little bit by its speed and attack, but typically you're not going to use it for its attack. And also, it makes it a very good user for a Trick Room. So today I've got 4 sets. Before we get started, if you can scroll down, click that like button, also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps me out. So, first set I've got for Regice, probably one of your typical sets, probably your most common set or relatively common set for Regice. We have a Choice Spec set, and the Choice Specs increases your special attack by 1.5 times from 328 to like 490-ish. Which is absolutely huge. I think it's 492 that works out as, but very, very, very large special attack stat at that point. You have Ice Beam, which is a strong stab, Ice type attack, and can just hit really hard, boosted 1.5 from the stab. Flash Cannon, powerful steel type move, hits things like Fairy types, super effective damage. Focus Blast, which can just hit a variety of Pokemon, such as Steel types, which are super effective against you, and also things like Normal types and Dark types. And then you've got Thunderbolt, just again, for a little bit more coverage, hits those water types and those flying types as well, potentially, especially considering you're locked into a move. You do have a lot of versatility with these moves. Now, the ability I have gone for is Clear Body, so you can't have any of your stats lowered. You could go for Ice Body here if you're running like a Hail team, but otherwise, I would say always go for Clear Body because there are several moves out there like Psychic, which can randomly lower your stats, and obviously, having that not happen can definitely make the difference between whether you win or lose a game, so it starts to reduce some of the hacks that could happen in a battle. Eevee's got max HP and max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Now you could always go for a quiet nature, so more special attack, less speed if you wanted to, and this would allow for you to get a Trick Room set up, get Regice in, and Regice would start basically destroying as it goes along because it has such a high attack at this point and it's probably going to outspeed the vast majority of Pokemon. You would obviously go for 0 speed EVs in this case as well, so you'd only have 94 in your speed, which means you're going to be slower than the vast majority of Pokemon there. Okay, moving on to the second set, we have got a bit more of a supportive set, but we've also got not necessarily more of a supportive set. So we've got leftovers on here, allowing us to heal ourselves up a little bit. We've got Thunder Wave, which means you can slow down the opposing Pokemon. And as I said, you're really slow. So if you can slow that down, potentially have Sticky Webs on the field as well, that can potentially give the chance for Regice to outspeed some Pokemon and allow for it to really put in some work because you don't have to worry as much. Ice Beam is probably going to be one of your staples. Strong, stab, ice type attack. Got Ancient Power on here as well because rock type attacks are rock type attacks, and Flash Cannon as well. Flash Cannon, I think, is just a really good versatile move to use on here. You could potentially put something like Aurora Veil on here, but you're not setting up the heal, so it could be more difficult. Could potentially go for a Rock Polish here as well. Rock Polish could be an option, or Protect if you want to chuck that in this set. Even Substitute is an option. But you've got a few there. You could replace like Thunder Wave with Toxic, or you could have Toxic on here as well. But I think Thunder Wave works really well with Regice. EVs, I've gone for max HP, max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. You can always go for like a max HP, max special defense, and just have this as a specially defensive wall. It has that naturally huge special defense stat that allows for it to be able to wall so many different things. And you could even go for max HP, max defense with like a bold nature, so more defense, less attack, and that could allow for you to be tanky on both sides. So there's the opportunities to do that. If you just go for like the Toxic on here, or Toxic and Thunder Wave, or even go for the Rock Polish idea of setting up your speed, so you would then be able to outspeed a lot of Pokemon and put in that damage. Definitely lots of different options that you have there. Moving on to the third set. Now this is a Dynamax set. This is the only Dynamax set I could come up with for Regice, but it is a pretty interesting one. So we have on here the Light Clay, and then when you Dynamax, you have access to turning the Blizzard into Max Hailstorm, setting up the Hail, which in turn allows for your Ice Body to activate, so you get a 16th of your health back every single turn. We then have Aurora Veil, so that can turn to Max Guard, or when you are out of Dynamax, you can Aurora Veil from that Blizzard, from when you set up the Max Hailstorm, and have 8 turns of your allies' damage being halved, which is absolutely huge. and honestly, being able to set up Aurora Veil and also being able to set up some of your stats at the same time can be pretty good. And also Blizzard, when you're out of Dynamax, will hit 100% of the time, which can be helpful. Also, got Flash Cannon, which will turn into Max Steel Spike, increasing up your defense stat, and then Thunderbolt to set up the electric terrain. If you have a Pokemon in the back with Rising Voltage, that could definitely help you out, but you've got the opportunity to set up terrain there, which sometimes terrain can be really handy. If you have a Pokemon with Steel Roller, for example, any opportunity to set up terrain can work really well. EVs come from max HP, max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. You could again go for the max HP, max special defense. If you wanted to, you could potentially even take the Thunderbolt off and put Toxic on instead to start racking up damage on Pokemon because you have such high defenses. But that's probably a bit of a weird set, if I'm honest, but it's quirky. If you want to try it out, you can try it out. And finally, speaking of quirky, this is the quirkiest set I've come up with for a while. So we have got Regice, it's base 50 in its attack, and we have an Assault Vest here, allowing for us to have a higher special defense. Could always go for Leftovers or something here if you wanted to instead, but we've got Power Up Punch, allowing for you to raise up your attack stat by 1 stage each time you use it. So if you was to use it 2 times, your attack stat would go to 436, making it pretty large at that point. We've then got Ice Punch, which is a powerful Ice type attack boosted by Stab. Rock Slide, which is a powerful Rock type attack. Again, can just hit a variety of different Pokemon, including things like Fire types. And then Earthquake, because Earthquake is just an awesome attack, really powerful, and hits a lot of different Pokemon. And realistically, a Regice, not many Flying types are going to come in against it. So EVs, I went for max HP, max attack with an Adamant nature, so more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Because Regice has such nice natural defenses, it means that hopefully it should be able to live 1 or 2 attacks from things to be able to set up a couple of power-up punches. And that was my thought process here. It is very quirky. I'm very tempted to try it out. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that on the channel if you ever see that. That would be a really fun, interesting set to use. But that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.